Apparently, it's that time of the year again. Time for Bless version number 750. It's got to be up there at this stage. This is... I don't really know what to say at this point. We're going to say things because, for whatever reason, I wanted to record a video about this. But this is not Bless Online, not Bless Unleashed, but Bless Global. It's a medieval fantasy MMO featuring immersive aesthetics, which depicts a live, magical world through grand stories and console-level graphics. Which you should immediately know if somebody says, oh, our selling point is console-level graphics. And obviously, it pretty much isn't, unless you're talking about, like, an Xbox, the big one. It's a mobile game. Game offers solid battle animation, unfettered mobile combat, bringing an immersive and epic gaming experience to every players. Good proofread on that one. So, Bless, if you don't know, you won't be forgiven at this stage. You should really know about this. It's basically internet lore. Bless Online came out in Korea, was bad. Nobody played it. Nobody liked it. They had no fans at all. They closed the game, and instead of fixing the game and, going for round 2, they just shamelessly re-released it in every major region. So it went to Japan, closed down. It went to Russia, closed down. And then, of course, the MMO fans, being what they are, desperate addicts, said, oh, Bless Online looks good. Let's ignore all of that history I've just told you and pre-order the game. And then it released in the West, and guess what? It was absolute dog shit. So it closed down. First it went free to play, then it closed down after nobody was playing it, because who would have seen that one come in? And then they decided, what shall we do? Shall we improve this game? No, we'll just make it slightly different. We'll change up the flavouring a little bit, add a bit more, synthetic sugar or whatever in there, and release Bless Unleashed. And of course it came to console, Xbox first, and people were like, oh, I hope that this one goes well this time. It actually looks a little bit better. And it did, but it wasn't. So the game didn't do well, and instead of fixing the game, they released it on PlayStation, doing the same marketing tactics as usual. Buy this $100 package and you can play 14 days earlier than everyone else. Because who doesn't love a 14-day head start in an MMORPG? The best part of the game, of course, being the start in the first place. So they didn't fix it on Xbox, released it on PlayStation. So you can see where I'm going here. It's the same exact thing they did before. And then they released it on PC, and people still thought, yeah, chance number 15, I'll give it to them. And it was still shit. So then eventually, and again, this is where the lore starts to get a little bit fuzzy. They then sold the game on PC to a blockchain company who hasn't really done all that much to it, but then they did release another version of the game that has blockchain stuff in it, I think. Again, this gets hazy because there's just so much to it. But then, of course, we have Bless Global, which is by Tygon Mobile Co. And, of course, this has NFTs in it. Because why not? It's the one thing you've not done, I guess. It's the one thing you've not tried with Bless, is to just put a bunch of shit in it people don't care about. Instead of doing the typical MMO monetization, let's just do typical MMO monetization, but with NFTs and blockchain. So as you can see, it does appear that the people who have played the game that are real people are saying that it's bad, because at no point can anyone ever say multiple failed launches of multiple versions of the game, bad developers, bad IP, has its name run through the mud to the point where it's not even worth using, even remotely, makes a mobile version that has NFTs in it. There's no sane person on the planet that I believe can still be saying, yeah, it's a good game, this is, or even trying it. But of course, they have a bunch of reviews that just look like they're purchase reviews. Best game ever, 0.5 hours on record. I enjoy playing Bless Global, recommend 0.9 hours. A very good game. I recommend it to anyone looking for a good MMO. Lots of funny content. I bet it is fucking hilarious. 3.1 hours. Recommend Bless Global, AAA game. Good. The graphics of the game is nice and smooth, the PvP and PvE as well. I recommend to play this game if you are looking for the best. The best what? Good game. I've been playing the PC version for months. When I saw the Steam version, I wanted to download it right away. I recommend you try a game that will not make you regret it. Best MMORPG ever, new client optimized with a 60 FPS, 5-star for me. The barrier has never been lower. For the best MMORPG ever, 60 FPS. Great game, NFT and very fun to play. Hoping for the best updates in the future and I love it. Supports 60 FPS. Why? I mean, I guess they're coming from mobile. Is that like a thing that's getting people hard these days from mobile games? Now, of course, in traditional fashion for one of my videos, I do want to highlight some stuff on Reddit, the MMORPG subreddit specifically, because there seems to be some confusion going around this, so I thought I'd give a little bit of context and answer this question without actually having to reply on Reddit, because I'd just rather not. But basically, look at all the bought reviews. There's a thread in Steam Forum about how they offer in-game rewards for proof of sending positive reviews and such. Got to love it. I don't think you should be allowed to do this. I know some games do it. I think pretty much any game that does, at least explicitly say, I'll leave a good review and we'll give you rewards. There should be some regulation. Maybe there is. I'm not 100% sure. But they should absolutely be removed from the review pool on Steam, because that's completely unfair. And then, of course, against Steam regulations, also Steam is against NFTs, so I wonder how long it takes for Steam to kick them off due to the NFT shit in it. And somebody rightly brings up MMORPG's up for 2 years and Steam doesn't give a shit. Doubt they'll give a shit about this one too. So what Steam's actually against, and I've talked about this a few times, is not NFTs specifically. They're against their own personal liability and their own perception, you know, in the public of being supportive of technology that they don't necessarily want to use or believe in at this current time. So Valve haven't flat out banned the use of NFTs or blockchain in games that are on Steam. They've just banned you being able to interact with them via the Steam portal. So basically it just means that they've created a barrier between their own personal liability and what's going on that they know is going on but are still technically profiting from. So how people get around it is you can have a game that is completely blockchain related, NFTs, crypto, all that nonsense on Steam, just like MMORPG is. But the button that you click to actually, you know, buy and sell that stuff and interact with that market is disabled on the Steam version. So it's basically like a gateway drug. It's like marijuana from the 80s, like your parents would tell you about. If you smoke one whole marijuana, you're going to be on the streets sucking dick for some of that H. I don't know why I've gone with that one. The fuck am I doing? But basically it's saying, oh, download MMORPG and then play the game. You don't really play that game, to be honest. And then, of course, we'll get you hooked on them nifties. We'll get them nifties straight in your main vein. And then you'll be pushed to download it on a mobile client or on your browser or whatever. And then that is where you can interact with the NFTs and the blockchain stuff. So while Steam have banned people from advertising that aspect of the game on Steam, that's why it's not mentioned on their little blurb about the game, and of course banned you from being able to integrate it within Steam's platform, they've not banned your game from being on there as long as those restrictions are in place. If you go on the Bless client now, the Bless Global, and there is the ability to interact with them while downloading from Steam, report it and it will get removed or changed. But that's basically how they've been doing it. And that's how they'll probably continue to do it until something changes. It just makes complete sense. There's no reason for them to not allow games on there that they can obviously profit from in all the monetization and things like that, and users being on the platform additionally. So yeah, I think that's it for Bless, for Bless Global this time. Look at all these fucking reviews. It's funny that if you go back, almost all the reviews that just came out as the game came out on Steam, they're like all positive. It's not until other people noticed that the review score actually started going down. So yeah, it looks like they're either paying for reviews or indirectly doing it. So don't be fooled by this. I don't think anyone is going to be, at least anyone who would find this video, but there you go. Bless Global this time. We've gone global. See you next time. Peace out.